Welcome back, everybody. Turbocharged After Cooled, my channel. Thank you for watching, and hit that subscribe button down there. I really appreciate that. That's cool. And really cool that everybody digs my old trucks. And as promised, let's check out my Freightliner. So this is a 1980 white Freightliner. This is actually the very first trucking job I ever got out of truck driving school back in the mid-90s, was driving this truck for a farmer. And needless to say, he didn't take care of it. It was a wreck. This is the truck one of the trucks that I own. Well, this is the truck that needs the most amount of attention, and I've given it quite a bit of attention over the years. It looks a lot different than it did when I first drug it out of the weeds. Hadn't been run for a few years because the DOT told him he couldn't pull with it anymore because it was literally a wreck, but it also had some pretty serious engine issues. The cam was out of it. Actually, 2 inches was out of it on 2 and 4, I believe. So I put a cam in it, did injectors, valve set, new cam boxes. One of the Jake heads that was on it wasn't proper Jake head for this engine. So I had the Jake head changed. I put these air cleaners on it. It had an under the hood one, but from the factory it came with air cleaners on the side like this. I just found these out of a truck that was getting parted out. And this old girl was ordered brand new from the factory in 1980 as a glider kit, set up for Cummins and a 15 speed, which is what it has. This deck, I don't know, it's kind of nice and it's kind of ugly. Batteries are in there. My plan was originally to slide these tanks back under the sleeper and put proper Freightliner battery boxes in, but they're hard to find. And switch out these Daytons for some buds, maybe even an air ride. Just see what happens and what we can find for parts. I was also told that this is the largest size single sleeper you could get in 1980, which was a custom order. You couldn't just regularly get these. They weren't stock. And of course, that's right, found a new radiator for it. It's always had a hole in the rad. Not a real bad one, but enough that I'll just replace it. Let's flip this hood open and have a little look-see under there. Alright, so here we go. As I said, it was set up for a Cummins and a 15 speed. I don't know what engine was in it from 1980 to 1985. But this is, you can't read the tag, it's all full of shit. But this is one of them small cam Cummins that Cummins had taken in and rebuilt as a 400. Anybody knows the small cam Cummins was usually good for 350 horse. And what Cummins did was they bought back all these small cams, or took them all, and they rebuilt them into 400s. And then to sell them to guys who were all about the big cams, they put the chrome after cooler cover and the chrome valve covers on it. So this was reconned by Cummins themselves and thrown in here, and like I said, I've done the injectors, valve set, changed the Jake head, did the cam boxes, cam, and then I also rebuilt the Cummins pump as well because it was acting like a dick too. So it's got that in it. 15 speed over, 15 over. I love the sound of these old Cummins. They just sound so, I don't even know how to describe it. Good. You guys know how to describe it. Good. A little bit of chrome up there. We'll have to, one of these days, polish it all back up. This truck will never see an electronic engine. I'm going to keep it fairly original. It's even got a big lube refiner on it, which is kind of nice. I think it's a nice idea. That can stay there too. Not too concerned about how much extra oil they use. I think we should light this up is what everybody wants, so let's do that. Just give me a second. Nice. This old girl likes to eat batteries, probably the same as every old truck out there, so I disconnect them every time. Makes my life simpler, so I don't have to buy batteries every freaking time I want to fire this thing up. Get that little bugger on there. All right. Yeah, buddy. Let's light this girl up. It smokes like a bastard, holy shit. But don't all these old Cummins just smoke like crazy? It's the best part. Usually it likes a sniff, but let's see if we can do it without a sniff. Hell yeah. She's cold-blooded, this one. She's gonna go. Yep. Cold-blooded and doesn't like to start, but fuck, it runs beautiful. Smokes with. I like that. That's cool. A Greta can suck a dick, fucking bitch. Suck on those. Exhaust leak under there, but we'll fix that one day. You know, this truck needs the most attention out of all my trucks, but it's actually the one I use the most. I use it for the holiday trailer, and I pull my semi-trailers with it around a little bit when I move or when I'm doing whatever I'm doing. It's just a fun truck to drive. It just sounds cool when you lay the fuel to her and it snorts. Sounds cool jaking too, because I think those mufflers have got enough rot in them that they're a little hollowed out, and with the jake brake it sounds really cool. I love this wagon. I know some people get confused why it's a white Freightliner, but it's a 1980. Because I recall 77 was the year that Freightliner went on their own, but in Canada they still had white Freightliner stuff. So they were still white Freightliners until 81. So you still get a white Freightliner, but you get the newer door handles, which was cool. This truck was originally a cinnamon fire color. Kind of curious to see what it would look like. Well, I guess it's that right there. She's chooching. Hard to believe a guy lived in there for a couple of weeks back in the day, but that's trucking in the 80s. What do we got in here for air? This one's got pretty good air leaks everywhere, so it takes a little more time to build air, but got cool air horns too. Mess of switches and stuff. Deep reduction for 15 speed. I like having the blue button, and you don't have to pull out all that shit. 15 speed. It's got the heaters between the seats. Console full of AC, DC. Yeah. Bunk. Headliner. No stereo in there. Tax never worked. I think it's the cable. It jumps a little bit from time to time, but doesn't really do too much. I don't like to mess around with these too much when they're cold, but come on. That's really cool. I gotta do it again. Okay, that's enough. So I bought this truck in 2009 for $1,000, if you believe it. This spring we're going to tackle the box the batteries sit in. It's a bit of a mess. We'll do that, the exhaust leak at the radiator. Maybe bend that stack straight because that drives me nuts. Give it a wash and a polish again. Hasn't had a polish for a few years. There she is. I hope you guys like this video. That's a cool truck. Got decent legs on her too. She'll do 120 no problem, 75 miles an hour. Well, thank everybody for watching this one, my new one. A big thanks to Rob Starner again at RSM Cummins for the sweet new hat. And if you're looking for old international stuff, or you want to go look at cool old internationals, go see George Kirkham at Southland International. He's got a lot of stuff and it's really cool to look at. Alright, don't forget to comment and subscribe. I think you comment over here, I don't even care, figure it out. And yeah, you want to hear more than air horns, you want to see something else, you want to see me do something, just let me know. I'm bored as shit. We'll do stuff. See you later.